Hello, welcome back. I'm super excited about today's video. Like ever since I got the idea about it, I've been dying to film it, and I'm so glad that I finally had the chance to sit down and do that. So this is not a very unique idea. I mean, I've seen a ton of people do this, but I think the first one that I saw was Hannah from Clockwork Reader. I'll link to her video down below. But basically I'll be ranking fantasy series. However, I wanted to do it a bit differently because I just kept thinking that if I choose the fantasy series that I'll be ranking, the moment I'm comprising the list of those series, I will be ranking them in my head, and I didn't want that. So what I did was I wrote down 70 fantasy series which I've read at least one book of. So I've included series which I love, series which I absolutely hate, and series which I thought were just okay. So there is like a little bit of everything here, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have 5 tiers, and for each tier I will be placing only 7 books. So I will be drawing out 35 books in total. So I have 70, I'll be drawing out half, and this way I won't know which series I'll be rating and ranking. And if, for example, one tier gets filled out and I want to put a book in that tier, I have to move one of the books that I've already placed there either above or below. So this way, at the end of the ranking, I'll have all 5 tiers filled out with 7 books each. So this is going to be tricky because if I draw out only books which I absolutely hate, for example, I still have to put some in the best, in the top tier. So we will see how that goes. Now, let me first draw out the 35 series, and then we'll move on to my computer where we'll rank them. So, oops, let's see. 35. So, let's see. I'm gonna open them, and then I'm gonna move on to my computer, and I'll see you in a bit. Okay, so I'm back, and before we start, I just want to apologize for the glare. My lamp is being ridiculous. But anyway, so I saw which series I've picked out of the bowl, and we've got a very interesting selection. So here are all the series, and I think it's gonna be very interesting. So the 5 categories that I've set for myself are very self-explanatory. I wanted to make them as simple as possible so that it could be clear what they are. So the first one is adore, the second one is love, then had a good time, then so-so, and please no. So just for the record, like the top 3 tiers are, in my opinion, gonna be all good books, and then the so-so one is like meh, it wasn't anything special, and then the please no is reserved for the series that I really did not like. So again, the rule that I've set for myself is that every tier has to have 6 series. So regardless if I want to put 10 series in the had a good time because I thought that they were just a good time, I have to move 3 either above or below so that at the end we can have 7 series in each tier. Now let's start with the first one that we have here. That's Shadow and Bone. I definitely enjoyed it, so we'll start by putting it in had a good time, and we'll see how it goes from there. The Winner's Curse, I'm gonna put it in the please no because I absolutely adored the second book, but I really hated the final one. I think that I still haven't finished it to this day. I really did not enjoy the direction the story was going to. So for now, I'm just gonna put it here, and we'll see what happens. Court of Thorns and Roses, definitely had a good time. I did not enjoy all the books equally in this series, but it was a good time. It was a good time. Kiss of Deception, this is the first book in the Remnant Chronicles. I absolutely love this series, so definitely in this category. The Raven Boys, that's the Raven Cycle. I've only read the first book, but I think it was good, so had a good time. Chain of Gold. So this is the new Cassie Clare series, The Last Hours. Definitely adore. This is one of my favorite books of this year. The Senator's Daughter. This is definitely adore as well. It's one of my favorite series of all time. I think it's highly underrated, and while the first book, I get why most people didn't really enjoy the first book, I think that the other books are absolutely brilliant. So, A Darker Shade of Magic, that's so. I know that this is gonna be like a very controversial opinion, but I didn't enjoy this one at all. I read all 3 books, but I didn't enjoy the series. So, Rebel of the Sands, definitely love. The Winter Night Trilogy, love, absolutely. The Black Witch Chronicles, adore. Again, this is one of my favorite series of all time, even though it's not finished yet. There are going to be 5 books in total. 3 are out now. I highly recommend it. It's a fantastic series, and it's very reminiscent of classical fantasy because it has a lot of like different races, fae, and just it's great. It's great. I really enjoyed it. Ruined, no. I think it was so average, just very average. Which means that maybe I should put it in the so-so, but like in Please No, I want to put like series which I don't want to finish, or I don't think that I'll ever pick up again, and I didn't enjoy. So I don't want to finish the series whatsoever. Okay, Caraval, love. I think all 3 books were very solid. Okay, so 3 Dark Crowns. This is gonna be tough because I really adore books 1, 2, and 3, and then I absolutely hated the final book. So I don't know, like the final book really ruined the series for me. So I'll put it in the so-so category for now, even though I really loved the first 3 books. So the first 3 books would be here in the love category, but like the final one is in the please no. So The Queen's Poisoner, definitely had a good time. This is a very like good series. It's very well written. But yeah, I just had a good time. Graceling, please no. I did not enjoy the first book. I did not enjoy the second book, and I haven't read the final book because I just think that there wasn't any. I didn't feel inclined to pick it up. The Queen's Rising. So I really enjoyed the first book, but I'm not sure if I'll pick the second book up, if that makes sense. I don't know. Maybe in the so-so category. Like, I had a good time with the first book, but I have the second book, but I haven't picked it up, and I don't think that I'll ever pick it up. I don't know. The Grisha Trilogy, definitely had a good time. I know that it's very popular for people to hate on this series at the moment, but I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it, even though it's not like very, like the Russian depictions are not very accurate, but not Russian depictions, like Russian inspired elements of the story were not very accurate, but anyway. Dance of Thieves, definitely love. This is a duology, and it's a continuation of the Remnant Chronicles. I think both series are absolutely solid. Wicked Saints, love. Definitely, I found this series very intriguing, and I really enjoy the characters as well. So King of Scars, so. I didn't really enjoy it as much as I did Shadow and Bone, and definitely not as much as I enjoyed Six of Crows. I was very disappointed with the second part of the book, like the direction the story was going, and Nina's chapters were, I don't know, and like what happened with Nikolai and the way like his story progressed, I was, I don't know, I'm not convinced. Of course, we have to see like what happens with the second book, but I don't know. Grace and Fury, please no. Absolutely no. Like I didn't enjoy the first book at all. I mean, I enjoyed the beginning, and then after like the 30% mark, it was I didn't enjoy it. Arshante, that's so. I mean, I read the first book, it was okay, but I'm definitely not gonna pick up the second book because zero interest in that story. Crown of Coral and Pearl. I'm just wondering between the love and adore category. I'll just put it here in love. And as you can see, I already have 7 books in this category, so if I want to put something else here, I have to move one of those books either up or down. Serpent and Dove, had a good time. I was super invested and absolutely loved the story up until, I don't know, like the ending pretty much. And then I read the final 20%, like I was reading the final 20% for 2 weeks because I wasn't interested in like what was happening. I think like once the romantic tension got resolved, we didn't have much of a story left. So had a good time. Warcross, no. I enjoyed the first book, and then the second book completely ruined the story for me. I think it was a very poor continuation, so absolutely no. The Guinevere Deception, this would go in the love tier, but I'll just move one of those books up because from what I'm seeing, like I only have 3 books in the adore cat tier, so let's see. Rebel of the Sands, it deserves to be up here. Okay, so the Guinevere Deception comes here. This is obviously it's an Arthurian, a legend-inspired book, but it centers around Guinevere, and I really enjoyed it. It's really good. I tried to order the second book because it just came out like a couple weeks ago, and it's out of stock in the UK, so I don't know what's happening. Okay, Crescent City, adore. I have a very love-hate relationship with Sarah J Maas's books, but this one was fantastic. It blew me away. I did not expect that. Crave, absolutely no. Just no. I'm not even gonna, no. Incendiary, this is the first book in a Hispanic-inspired fantasy, high fantasy, so I enjoyed it very, very much. It had a unique main character, and with like a main character with unique abilities, and her unique abilities meant that she had a very unique struggle, internal and both internal and external, which was super interesting to read about. The Bridge Kingdom, had a good time. Okay, so both these tiers, like love and had a good time, are filled up. Okay, the Iron King, no, this was so bad. I'm sorry, but I did not enjoy the first book at all. Throne of Glass, I would say so. There were some books I enjoyed and other books I didn't, so so. Grave Mercy, okay, so this one is tough because like I want to put it in the love category, so which one should I move up? Maybe Caraval? Okay, Caraval. So Grave Mercy comes here in the love tier, and Prince of Thorns, so. Okay, let me see. I think that's about right. Like with the rule that I've set for 7 books in each tier, this is like the closest it comes to my real feelings. Actually, for most of these books, this is exactly where I would put them anyway. But maybe just a couple in the adore tier would be just love, and a couple from here could be up here, but no. Okay, so maybe just a couple from the adore tier would be moved down here, but that's about it. I think this is it. Okay, so let me know if this was fun. I still have another 35 series in the bowl. I don't remember which ones they are, so technically it's still gonna be a mystery draw. And let me know if I should do the same thing with the other 35 series. And yeah, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!